I thought it might be interesting to have a walking tour of Heathrow Airport, as much as you can see walking. So I started off at Stanwell, went clockwise round to Terminal 5, went north through the little village of Longsford, down to the Thistle Hotel, along the Northern Perimeter Road, past the big maintenance sheds of British Airways, which are about here, down to Hatton Cross, which is where the tube station is and the bus depot, along to the southern side of the airfield to Terminal 4 where the hotels are, and then lastly along the southern side past Myrtle Avenue, which is a spotting position, and back to Stanwell. I thought it might be interesting to come around the perimeter road on foot. I'm at the south runway now, and there's an Airbus A380 going to Salt Lake City behind us, and he's just about to depart. One thing to watch out for around Heathrow these days are these sneaky little speed cameras. They're tiny little things, but they are operational apparently. I think I'm right in saying this is the position where that British Airways plane came in and suffered a shortage of fuel at the last minute, and the guy flopped it down on the grass here straight in front of us, and there were no casualties as far as I remember. Now this place here looks as if it's for contractors who are delivering stuff from around the perimeter of the airport to bring in stuff like, say, catering for passengers, and they actually have to go through security to get airside. And here's another control post to allow access to the airport for commercial vehicles. Now on the other side of this perimeter road there's this, what I believe is an environmental experiment where they're testing the creatures that might live in sort of canal type regions, and this bit of rough ground opposite is covered with nets, presumably to keep things out or keep things in. We've made it round to Terminal 5. The footpath seems to peter out here, so not quite sure what we're going to find from this position. Right, well, we seem to be in Terminal 5 at the moment, and very flashy it is. We'll just keep hacking along through here and see how wonderful it all is. Well, it's quite pretty. They've got some full-size trees in here that have had a very severe haircut. It says welcome to Terminal 5, so I thought we might just as well walk in here and see what's going on. Very nice and calm, this building. Not too much tannoy stuff stressing people out. Nice cool vibe in this place. Lovely terminal. A lot of assistance here to get you going when you depart your plane. This is a bank holiday. It's a Thursday bank holiday, which is quite unusual in this country. Yeah, so you can go straight from Terminal 5 onto the underground platform and take a Piccadilly line train Right to the centre of London, to Piccadilly Circus. Ticket machines are there if you haven't got a credit card. If you have got a credit card, just walk down to the barriers in the station and just show your card to the sensor, and then the gate will open and let you straight onto the train. I've come right through the Terminal 5 now, and I'm going to see how much further we go before somebody comes along and tells us, "You can't do that, mate." I think this is a bit of a worry when there's no footpath, to be honest, but we'll see. Transfer bus is coming round. There's a perfectly good bit of grass here, ideal for camping, I would have thought. This seems like it could be a good spot for watching the planes. And surprise, surprise, there's about 10 people here already. Well, this is all very lovely here underneath the trees, underneath the cherry trees. And when planes are landing to the east on the northern runway, this is the view you get. I've come round to the end of the north runway now, just to see what happens here. Going to make our way right round to the Thistle Hotel next. I've come round to the north side of the airport, about halfway down the runway at the minute. It's all these empty car parks which have been desolate since the COVID pandemic. Don't seem to be showing any signs of filling up yet. Pedestrians not welcome. And before we had the COVID, these car parks used to be ram full all the time. But here's the business parking for Terminal 2 and 3, and directly opposite some ancient concrete buildings that look as if they were left over from the wartime. Look like old engineering sheds, right down to the fact they've got those glass sort of pyramid roofs. Ancient architecture that's probably been preserved for a reason. And here's the old London Airport fire station, still operational of course. Now we're just approaching the main artery to get into the airport. Most people who've ever been here have been through that tunnel, and outside is the radar, keeping everybody safe and keeping all the planes moving in the right direction. A lot of you will recognise this place. This is the last thing you see before you go under the tunnel, through the tunnel and into the airport proper. I sometimes wonder if this plane, which is anchored to the concrete, sneaks away in the middle of the night and has a quick whiz round and comes back in the morning before anybody else turns up. We're around at the eastern end of the airport now by the British Airways maintenance hangars, and these vast sheds are where the planes get made safe for flying. Magnificent old concrete hangar, probably built in the wartime, and then later on, when the biggest planes were probably 707s, and got concertina doors. It looks as if it's all been turned into offices and stuff now. Hatton Cross tube station and bus terminus. You can get a bus to anywhere around the airport here, or go down the tube and get right into central London. I think you can park here for a certain amount of time if you really wanted to drop somebody off for the airport, and you could drop somebody off here and let them catch a red bus right into the terminal. Quite straightforward. Getting to the last part of our mammoth walk around the airport, passing the Premier Inn at the moment, and I can see a new moon up in the sky. Premier Inn behind us, the Hilton in front, and the Holiday Inn and the Crown Plaza directly ahead. Well, we're back where we started now, and it's around about 10 o'clock at night, and that's a decent bit of exercise. Quick walk around the airport. We've circumnavigated the whole of London Heathrow in one session, taken a few pictures along the way, which I hope you will find moderately interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, if you'd be so kind. You'll find some other videos on aeroplanes, DIY, and even some photography tips.